Yep, this last section contains the three last battles, the last room, and get this. And these are huge files at me. You know, the recording happens in AVI, but even when I ran through Clipchamp's video format, they still only got reduced to like half the size, and that's still huge. This freeing configurus taking away my abilities didn't really matter. But it's big. It doesn't hit hard, but it's big, so I needed PP. But as you see, I have plenty of PP restoring items, like everything else. The only thing I have to buy are repels for the only thing I have to buy, and everything else was just... See, Gym 5 doesn't really use conditions against you. I said a couple of random poisoning deaths only against physical attackers because of poison touch and the occasional paralysis from static. Not even the electric moves are really heavy on the concept. Of course, there had to be a bloody Chalcian. Nothing is good against death. Whatever I survive, I will die. I see there's too much video still from this section. Yeah, I put that poison jet because it has a good power, and yeah, here is this Chandelure, half ghost, half fire, so what am I supposed to do even? But you know, running out of HP, I just had to risk it. The poison moves are really bad for this section of the game. Just the end game is useless. Seriously, poison Pokemon actually not bad, but you won't use the poison moves obviously, because they just don't work. Same with electric moves. Actually, it said half the type chart is just unusable here. Ghost stuff obviously eliminates fighting and normal type moves, so you need something else. The real shame is Pignite doesn't really have a wide selection of moves. At least not the physical attack type. Practically what you see, there is, I see, Stone Edge maybe, I don't know, maybe that's logged in the past game. But that's also just a rock move, would be an upgrade probably, but you know, with the hit chance lower it is just whatever. 90% is really good actually. You can rely on it, at least in this generation. Yeah, I put up my last candy currently. One more is in Anne's Castle, but really, what am I even supposed to do here? So I just try again. Every little bit helps. I even have to check if I put up the charcoal because, you know, maybe that's what's missing. Typical garages. At least that moment doesn't really bother here. Interesting that coffee garages just disappeared from the later games. This contagious ability elimination thing was so unique. What I hate about it is that it can use toxic gases to use it. And that really hurts me. And I could roll, anyone can roll for the 10% chance and you just skip over it. Interesting that rollout just works here. So that really gave me hope against gases. You know, if you can get the 10% chance to get past the toxic, then you just have to do rollout, get rid most of them. I tried to live with toxic, but if you get toxic, you just don't have enough HP to last more than 5 Pokemon, and he has 6. So you are just toast if you get infected. You might go for a what even cures that one of the berries, or I don't know, maybe Proud Powder, or just dig. Of course Pignite can't learn dig. Here I just used up my Master Ball because who needs that? We don't use it anyway. And I do a save here, I just can't care for coming back. You can just die at 10 and come back and you still have the dragon, but I think I won here first try. We will see. Yeah, this is where I used a held item, rope kill. Yeah, that was really cool, and just tried for going for first try victory. I was, yeah, whatever, defense curve, rollout. That jump thing just came to me and I realized, well, I have the moves, why not try it? This was a run where I realized I don't have to do N and get at the same time. So I was, yeah, I just finished with Gatsis. I mean N. Then all will be good. Yeah, Clink Clank is nothing. Doesn't really have an attack power and just plain fire deals with it. Or, as you see, roll out. Here I'm deciding what to do, but I try Brick Break. Yeah, I finally swapped Arm Thrust to Brick Break. As Brick Break really the maximum power Arm Thrust. And this stupid thing very fast, but I was faster. I was afraid that maybe it will just be too bulky, but no, it was just... I remembered, I realized I have defense gun, so I'm fine. And after this I just go and do a try and get this. Because, you know, why not? If you die during Getsis and come back, I will show you, you will still be able to continue with Getsis. You don't have to re-fight M. That's really abusable if you ask me. It would be really hard to not be able to rush pets and fight, what, 12, 13 Pokemon in one road. It's really a gauntlet. Yeah. Gothagaragus, the bane of our existence. At the end I decided to turn off all safety measures on Windows and change the date to winter time and go for substitute because, you know. Actually, I tried to go for the 10% toxicness, but it threw at me a second toxic, so it was just, I said, oh, for fuck's sake. That was when I decided I will go to get the substitute, and I got it, changed everything back, so the internet came back again, and you know, all that consequences of changing the date on your computer. And I forgot to save, so I had to go back and get substitute again. Here I will just show you that, yeah, I have the 6 Pokemon, so I don't have to get a dragon. Because if you get a dragon into your party, you don't have a full roster, it automatically becomes the leader. And you just don't want it in a solo playthrough. Use whatever, doesn't matter, they're one shot maybe. One Pokemon was 2 shots. Really, they can't even beat Bisharp. Maybe I could if I tried, but you still have so many Pokemon. And they're just doing a solo playthrough, so I just go for the blackout. Yeah, tier 2 guys are bulky beast. At least against Bisharp, you know. But it's ridiculous. It's half the level and still survives one hit naturally. Not even sturdy. Yeah, this one turned out to be sturdy, but again, it doesn't matter. So they do attack a lot. Really a beginner move. I got this one, you go to get back from the plasma that stolen Pokemon. What even are they trying to be in the Team Rocket? Yeah, I show you that I just put on all the minions they no longer needed. And only Pignite remains. As I said, I go back to the... When I first, I think, flied out from the place, or just used accidentally the guy, I was so desperate and I had to look up the walk through the how do I get back for God's sake. Then you just come back and you can just continue with Getsis where you left off. Really a good thing to know. I will in a second just load and get... Yeah, this is where I get the little doll thing, replacement thingy. What even is that? Yeah, I realized I did not put up substitute. I learned substitute. Good. I learned it. I fought. Change borders because here borders will have no use. I mean, could have been used. Fighting type will serve the same purpose. There is like one Pokemon that he has, but we saw in the previous run, the trial run, that it just rollouts with defense score just decimates the whole team, even if they are resisting rocks. It's really not an issue. See, and it again tries to toxic me. Fortunately, the AI is working for him, the smart AI. Usually, in second turn, it tries to do a shadow ball or a light screen, and can easily ruin your substitute. And here, at one of the points, maybe the Electros or something. See, resisting it. Goes down anyway. It's ridiculously strong with defense card the roll. It's just Hydroganian, it goes down. His 8th highest level Pokemon. Here the Electros I think had a move, but for some reason the substitute remained. I don't know. I thought there was a move. Oh, well, it wasn't. And it went down. And here I just decided to, yeah, I showed the whole ending sequence. It just, until the credits, I was just happy that I did this. I was really, this was the place where I wanted someone to do, because, you know, this was debatable that whether this Pokemon can do it or it fails like its pre-evolution, but really with a proper EV training, good attack and speed, IVs and jolly nature, maybe Tepi 2 might have a chance, because you saw in the final fight, as you don't have to do N and get it at the same time, you can swap around your moves, you can use the move reminder. So maybe Tepi would deserve another go. Maybe, maybe not.